traveling to France or one of the other 28 French-speaking countries around the world? Parfait! If you could only learn 10 French phrases for travel, what would they be? Stick around because that's what I'll be sharing with you today. Bonjour, je m'appelle Michel, je suis the Intrepid Guide, votre guide des voyages et comment apprendre les langues. Now, want to know which 10 French phrases would be the most useful to learn for your travels? Well, when you only have a limited amount of time before your trip and you want to learn some French basics, it's hard to know where to begin. Now, here are my top 10 essential French travel phrases that you need to know before your trip and how to use them. The best part, you can use these French phrases over and over again and in almost any travel situation you find yourself in. Oh, and PS, make sure you watch till the end of this video for a special announcement. So let's get started. Commençons! The first French phrase is Bonjour, and this means hello. Now, since you'll be meeting people everywhere you go, from the hotel staff to ticket sellers at a museum, it's important to know how to greet people correctly. Now, you'll be doing this everywhere you go and multiple times throughout the day. So bonjour literally means good day, but it is used to mean a mixture of hello, good day, good morning, and is especially used when you don't know a person very well and you want to show respect. Another way to say hello is with Salut. Now, this is reserved mainly for friends and family. Now, an easy way to remember Salut is by thinking of the expression greetings and salutations. Can you see the salutations has the word salut in the beginning? Now let's hear a native say these two greetings.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Salut. Salut.
The second phrase to learn in French is au revoir. Now, this means goodbye, or quite literally it means to the seeing again. Now, you may have heard of the term adieu, which also means goodbye, but this is used when you are leaving someone for a very long time and if you are unsure when you might see them again. And au revoir is used when you leave someone that you might probably see again and soon. Now, since you're traveling and you may in fact never see most people again, it's still more appropriate to use au revoir. Now, let's hear a native francophone or a native French speaker say this phrase again.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
The third essential French phrase for travelers is merci, which means thank you. Now, merci derives from Latin and originally meant wages, fee, or price. However, the modern use of merci comes from the Old French meaning of the word merci, which means reward, gift, kindness, grace, and pity. Now, the Old French meaning of the word merci is where the English word mercy derives from. Now, being polite and saying thank you is super important, so you can say merci to a waiter when they hand you your meal, or merci or au revoir when you're leaving a store. And when you say merci, in return you will most likely hear the expression de rien or je vous en prie, now both of which mean you're welcome. Now, if you're feeling extra grateful, you can also add the word beaucoup afterwards. Now, beaucoup literally means a lot, so merci beaucoup means thank you very much. So let's hear a native say that phrase again.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
The fourth essential French phrase for travelers is oui and non, which mean yes and no respectively. Now, oui and no can not only be used in binary yes-no situations, but you can use it when you're substituting in different phrases or vocabulary that you don't know how to say. For example, if you're ordering a croissant or a croissant in a boulangerie or bakery, at that point that you point to something through the glass and the assistant might confirm by pointing and sort of confirming, you can say oui, merci or non and try again. The French no is pronounced with rounded lips that stay open. It's not like the English no where the lips sort of come narrower towards the end of the word. So it's no as opposed to no. Now let's hear a native French speaker say those two words again.
Oui. Oui. Non. Non.
The fifth essential French phrase for travelers is excusez-moi and pardon, both of which mean excuse me. Now technically, yes, I'm giving you two phrases here, but the problem is that in French there are two different ways to say excuse me, and knowing which one to use, it depends on the context. The difference between pardon and excusez-moi is that pardon implies that you're just asking for forgiveness, while excusez-moi is often, but not always, comes with the idea of needing to get someone's attention. You can also use pardon if you haven't understood someone or you haven't heard what they've said. And in this case, simply raise the tone of your voice to make it sound like a question. So let's hear a native speaker say those two phrases again.
Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. Pardon. Pardon.
The sixth essential French phrase for travelers is Combien ça coûte, which means how much does it cost? And the most common reply to this is ça coûte, which means it costs. Now this phrase is great to use when you're buying tickets or going shopping, especially in markets where you can get a bargain or ask for a discount. And you don't even have to learn how to count. Either they will tell you or point to a sign. Alternatively, you can gesture with your hand and with a writing motion so they can write it down. And if it's too expensive, you can just say non, merci, and then walk away, and then maybe you can start to bargain that way. Now let's hear a native French speaker say that phrase again.
Combien ça coûte? Combien ça coûte? Ça coûte. Ça coûte.
The seventh essential French phrase for travel is Comment je peux aller à, which means how do I get to? Now if you're in need of directions, this phrase is great to ask someone, especially if you're on the street and you're a little bit lost. Now you can say Excusez-moi madame or Excusez-moi monsieur, comment je peux aller à, and then use your tourist map or whatever you have from your accommodation and point to where you want to go on the map, preferably using the French pronunciation. So say for example, the Eiffel Tower is pronounced La Tour Eiffel. Now while you may not understand all of the directions that you receive, the person can at least point you in the right direction. Then if along the way you need more help, you can just stop and ask the person again. Excusez-moi, comment je peux aller à? If you want to avoid asking for directions altogether, I highly recommend using Google Maps to download ahead of time the place where you're visiting, so it's available offline on your phone and without Wi-Fi. Now naturally, if you're from within the European Union, roaming is free and you can use Google Maps anyway, but if you're not, this is a handy travel tip. Now let's hear a French speaker say those phrases again.
Comment je peux aller à? Comment je peux aller à?
The eighth essential French phrase for travelers is Où se trouvent les toilettes, which means where are the toilets? Now when Mother Nature calls, you don't want to rely on miming to communicate what you want or what you need. Now, how would you even do that? Hold your private parts? Save yourself the embarrassment and learn this phrase. Now let's hear a native speaker say that phrase again.
Où se trouvent les toilettes? Où se trouvent les toilettes?
The ninth essential French phrase for travel is j'aimerais, which means I would like. Now this is perhaps the most versatile phrase that you can learn, and you can say things like j'aimerais and then point to a baguette if that's what you're after, followed by merci, which is a nice substitute for saying please, so you don't also have to learn another phrase. Or say j'aimerais and point to a menu item in the restaurant, or j'aimerais and hold up two fingers when you're purchasing tickets at a museum. Now it is broken French, I'll give you that, but it shows that you're making an effort, and that will always be appreciated.
J'aimerais. J'aimerais.
The 10th essential French phrase for travel is Tchin-tchin or Santé, which means cheers. Now if you find yourself hanging out with the locals in a bar or a club, knowing how to say cheers is a great way to bond with the locals and build a friendship. Santé literally means health, while Tchin-tchin is a linguistic relic of the British Empire, which comes from the 18th century Chinese Chin-tchin, meaning please, please. So let's hear a native speaker say those two phrases again.
Santé. Santé. Tchin-tchin. Tchin-tchin.
So there we have it, my top 10 essential French travel phrases that you need to know and how to use them. But before you go, at the start of the video I mentioned that I've got a special announcement. Now, do you have a trip coming up to France or any of the other 28 French-speaking countries around the world, and you want a step-by-step guide to learn French specifically for travel that's realistic? Well, then my French course is for you. It's called A Master French for Travel Fast, and it is my new step-by-step program that shows you how to learn and speak French confidently, so you can avoid the tourist traps, you can connect with the locals, and you can enjoy an authentic French vacation of a lifetime. For a limited time only, I've also included some pretty awesome special bonuses too, one of which includes direct coaching from me. Now, for more details about those bonuses and to enroll in my Travel French course, just click on the link in the description below and you get all the details. And if you have any questions about the course or about these top 10 French phrases, just let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. In the meantime, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on those notifications, and you'll get an alert when I post more videos like these in the future. And if you want to receive exclusive language learning tips to your inbox, make sure that you click on the link in the description below and sign up. Until next time, thank you for watching. Merci et bon voyage.